Cole McElgee.
I'm Adam Cole.
And we're Goey. We like to claim that we're the best of two worlds. We're bringing together whoopie pies and gooey butter cake. Whoopie pies are an American classic, and gooey butter cake is a St. Louis classic, so we like to expand that to everybody and make sure that they understand how great gooey butter cake really is.
Alright, so starting out, we obviously started in St. Louis, hence the name Louis Goey, where gooey butter cake comes from. For this past year, we just started in Schnucks, but we've been sampling our product like ourselves, and probably we don't have any shelf space, so we sold it ourselves at stands throughout. Customers just like asking them to sample it, and then we also have our packaging right here that we also offer them after they've tried to sample right here. And in the past year, we sold $15,000 in sales just by ourselves without any shelf space. So we hope, or we see ourselves like if we get shelf space, that number will just go up.
And obviously, like any other business, we want to catch fire early. So we do that through the 3 most popular social media sites. For example, on Instagram, we can post a picture of our product like fresh out of the bakery, or we could do customers like face after they bite into our cookie. Show them.
Alright.
Or on Twitter, we could do what Smoothie King does, which is like retweet us for a discount or whatever. So this way, it lets the customers advertise for us. So that does some of the work.
Our expansion and what we're asking for you, Schnucks did not give us much shelf space, so what we want to do is expand into Target's market area because we can get nationwide and we just like some shelf space. And with our expansion, we would have 2 other flavors, which would be a red velvet gooey butter whoopie pie, and then chocolate dipped gooey butter whoopie pie.
Alright, so our pricing, we sell them for $2.54 for a box of 3 cookies like this one. But it only costs $1.90 to make, and then we also have a bigger box for like our more loyal customers of 12 that sells for $9, but 7 that's actually a little high on the price. It's actually less than that.
That's for him to buy from.
Yeah, like if we were selling you for like the shelf space, that's how much we'd sell them to you. And
What number is that?
the $7 and the $1.90.
Okay.
And then the suggested retail on those would be $2.54 for the 3 and $9 for the 12. And it only costs 30 cents for packaging, which is pretty low, so it helps us keep our costs down.
And so our goals after 1 month would be 250 boxes. That would be for the first month. That would just show us that there is a demand for our product. And after the first year, we'd like to do 5,000 boxes because that would show that there, whether 3 cookies boxes or 12, that would show that each year or each month our sales have been gradually increasing. And if both of these goals are met, then we would be easily able to cover the distribution costs. So all we'd be asking for from you is the shelf space.
And thank you for your time.
And do you have any questions?
I do have a couple questions. We can go back to your cost slide really quick. So it costs you guys $1.90.
Okay, no, he meant it's $1.90 if you buy it from us. So like, and then you can price it up to that. It costs us $1.14 to make it.
Okay, so your cost to make is $1.14.
Correct.
And then you're selling in retail at Schnucks right now for $2.54.
Well,
At our samples,
yeah.
like at our stands, yeah.
So talk to me about what's happening at Schnucks right now.
Well, we went to them like asking to try and get shelf space just like this, but they only gave us like a trial to like set up like a stand in there, and that's what we've been doing for the past year.
Gotcha.
It's like asking people when they walk by if they would like to sample our product and then selling them our boxes after they've tried it.
Okay, okay. And so Schnucks hasn't been taking anything from that sale?
No.
Okay, so it's just when you guys
Mm-hmm.
working like your own table setup. Okay. So why, after being in there for a sample time, have you not been able to get a deal with Schnucks?
Because we haven't been going straight to them with our money, so our profit is really coming to us right now, and we want to make sure that we go nationwide. And so Schnucks right now is just St. Louis, so we wanted to kind of get our name out there first, but then we want really, and our big target is Target to get nationwide.
So like they weren't really interested in joining it since our main goal, like they knew from the start, we wanted to go nationwide, and they're only local.
Like we wanted to see if the product would sell in St. Louis, like gooey butter cake, because that's St. Louis, and it did. So now we feel that Schnucks necessarily isn't necessarily like the best place to go. We feel that we can go bigger than that.
So, as Target, I would buy a batch of 12 cookies for $7
from us, yes.
for you guys, and that would be a 1 container or 4 packs of 3?
That would be one.
Okay. And then your suggested retail price for me would be $9. So if I'm going to sell something at $9, I'm not paying more than $4.50 for it. Is there any way that you guys could get that far down on your wholesale cost to me?
Yeah, if we start buying like what it costs them, if we start buying the ingredients in like wholesale or bulk, then we can get the prices down more.
Can you get to that $4.50 mark? Is that something that's reasonable and doable from your?
I mean, we have to look at our costs, but we've like tried to cut out the distributor and do it ourselves, so I'm sure that we could find a way to get that price down.
Okay. The other question I have, these are delicious, but like, what's the freshness and how long do they stay delicious like this?
I think that depends on where you keep them. I suggest that refrigerated, that way they last longer. Or even you can freeze them, like that's an option too. It doesn't take away from the flavor. But on the shelf, like not refrigerated, I think it's like 2 to 3 days about to keep them fresh.
So how would you recommend that we as Target would manage that inventory to have the right amount? We don't have that product.
Just refrigeration would be best, because that expands the shelf life by a good margin.
Okay. So you guys would be looking for refrigerated
Yes.
shelf space.
Yes.
Okay. Would you guys be willing to look at a contract that I only buy what I sell, and you guys have to take back what doesn't sell and goes bad?
Yeah, we're confident.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Good job.